walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, y'all. Yep, I am back for another episode of The Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And oh yeah, by the way, that's not a backdrop behind me. That is the real deal. Let me lift it up. That is the ocean, baby, or the Gulf at least. I am in Corpus Christi, on location, and I'm going to do a little bit of the show today. I ain't going to do it all because I got other things to do. But anyway, I just wanted to drop in real quick on the beach here in Corpus Christi. All right, let's see. I see that I don't have my logo up, so let me get that together. Let me get the because I got a brand. Always be branding. Always be branding. And there we go. Let me put that up there. All right. So anyway, it's Winning Wednesday. Got to say congratulations again to Erica with a K. She was 14-2 on this week in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. She's got $50 courtesy of all the good folks that sponsor the show. Hartwell, the Hartwell Clinic, Dr. Alexia McClurkin-Johnson, and the Sports and Wellness Doc, and my insurance company, AJ Jones. You know, it's a poor dog won't wag his own tail. So, again, we're getting $50 out to her. But I have to remind you that you got a chance to win $500 cash if you are in the top 6. $500 cash at the end of the year if you're in the top 6. And right now, number 1, Miss Pearl. Number 2, Chi-Town. Number 3, Erica with a K. Number 4, the quiet one who just knows how to pick them, Alexis. Number 5, Keisha Kelly is back in the mix. And number 6 right now is Al High. 1 out of the top 6, you got Amber and Delano. 2 out, you got Emmanuel. 3 out, you have Football G. 4 out, you got T-Bone and Big Time Floyd. And still with a chance, you've got Keith Hennick, Andrea, and Todd still have a chance. And, man, miracles have to happen for Vinny Hardy, Big Mike, Duval, Clarence, and Milo to get in. But anything can happen, and it usually does. So, again, here's what you got to do. Got to get your picks to me by tomorrow. Got to get your picks to me by tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Central. Got to get them in and then pick all of the games for the weekend. And then for the Monday night game, give me the exact final score for both teams. How do you get them to me? All you got to do is text them, 832-403-5787. 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email them, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. That's aj@jonesmediaandent.com. Get them to me and you are in. Even if you have never played before, there's no admission fee. There's no registration. You don't have to fund the pot. We got sponsors to do that. So just jump on in and try to win. You can win $50 on next Wednesday. And if you've been playing all year long, you can move up in that top 6 and have a chance to compete for $500 cash at the end of the year. So that's what we got going on. All right, so, I do my own quarterback power rankings. on the lunch break, and I want to show you why I do mine, because if you just listen to the people with check marks, if you just listen to the people with all the big followers, you will never know who's playing good quarterback. I just checked out CBS Sports power rankings for quarterbacks. Cody Benjamin. I call names. I'm sorry. I know y'all like to be polite. I call names. Cody Benjamin has Patrick Mahomes number 1. No problem. He's got Joe Burrow from Cincinnati at number 2. He's got Josh Allen at number 3. Justin Herbert at number 4. Trevor Lawrence at number 5. At number 6, he's got Brock Purdy. Number 7, he's got that dude from Green Bay. I call her a drama king. At number 8, you've got Kirk Cousins. Number 9, Dak Prescott. And number 10, Justin Fields. What the hell are you looking at, bro? Really? I mean, do you know what quarterback play looks like? Let me tell you what the standings, quarterback rankings should look like. And I got mine, and I ain't afraid to show them. Let's go ahead and get them up. Number 1 is still Tua Tagovailoa, and I show my work. The dude's got a passer rating of 105.5, and he's completing 65% of his passes. At number 2, that's where you got Patrick Mahomes. And that's why I'm not mad that they got Patrick Mahomes at number 1. But the fact that they don't even have Tua in the top 10 is just asinine. Number 3, Sam Darnold. Give him love. He's putting in that work. Number 4, there's Brock Purdy. So, again, we're not far off until you get down here. Number 5 is Geno Smith. Ain't no way around it. If you're not giving Geno Smith credit for what he's done all year long, you don't know football. Number 6, you got Joe Burrow. Number 7, Jared Goff. Get a man some love. He's got the Lions competing for a playoff spot. Number 8, Dak Prescott. Dak ain't as far down as they got him. At number 9, you got Josh Allen. Number 10, you got Trevor Lawrence. Number 11, Andy Dalton. Get a man his respect for his 95.7 passer rating. At number 12, you got Kirk Cousins, and then you get into that man who likes to keep drama up. That dude ain't playing well this year, even though his team is knocking on the door for the playoffs. We'll see if they get there, but he's number 13, and that ain't a lucky number. Number 14, Justin Herbert, and number 15, again, a man that you got to give him his just due. I'm telling you, I don't understand why these major media outlets continue to just recycle the same names week after week after week and not give anybody any credit for the work that they're doing. And that's why we do what we do right here on the lunch break. All right, that's my opening rant. Let me take a break. I might not be even on for the whole hour. In fact, I might make it a fast break edition of Winning Wednesday. So we'll come back. I'll give you the NFL power rankings when we come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Be right back.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
Keith Hennig, you are hilarious. Great lighting. Hats off to the engineer. Yeah, well, that engineer is much higher than all of us because, man, it is a beautiful day out here in Corpus Christi. The sun just went behind the clouds, but it'll be back out because it pretty much all I see is blue sky over there. Got a couple of pockets of clouds over here, but, man, I tell you what, it's just good to be by the water. It's just good to be able to get some thoughts together and just breathe, woosah, especially after seeing that quarterback power ranking from CBS Sports. So anyway, let me get into the NFL power rankings because, man, it's coming down to the wire. And right now you got a couple of teams that are battling for the number 1 spot. And, oh, CJ, that's not a backdrop, baby. That's the real deal. That's the real deal, baby. That's for, I could walk out to that beach and all you would see is real water. So just letting y'all know that's not a fake backdrop. That's the real deal. I'm poolside today. Poolside and Gulf side. All right. So anyway, let me give you the power rankings for the NFL. I'll start from bottom to top. And then we'll do it like that. Right now, number 32 is, of course, the Houston Texans. In spite of their win, they're still 2-12-1. And now you got people complaining that the Texans are winning too many games. What the heck? Wait, what? The Texans are now winning too many games because if they win another game, that means the Bears will have the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft. Well, the Bears don't need a quarterback. The Texans do. So let the Texans be great because if the Texans win out, they will have a winning record inside the AFC South. And, man, that would be pure irony if the local media and the local fan base will have to say, yeah, but. That's all they could say is, yeah, but, because the Texans will have a winning record inside of the AFC South. Right now in the AFC South, they're 2-1-1 tie. So if they beat Jacksonville this Sunday, all the Tennessee fans will love them. And then if they beat the Colts at the end of the year, they will finish with a winning record in the AFC South. Man, isn't it amazing how things work out? At number 31, you got the Bears at 3-12. Number 30, the Broncos looking for a head coach. Get Sean Payton. Number 29, you got the Cardinals. They need a new head coach. Get Sean Payton. At number 28, you got the Colts. Get Sean Payton. At number 27, you got the Rams. 26, you got the Falcons. 25, you got the Saints. Get Sean Payton. 24, you got the Raiders. 23, you got the Browns. 22, you got Carolina. Get Steve Wilks. Make him the head coach. 21, you got the Titans. 20, you got the Buccaneers. Get a quarterback. At 19, you got the Seahawks. 18, the Steelers. 17, the Jets. 16, the Patriots. Now, what's crazy is the Steelers are 18 at 7-8. The Patriots are 16 at 7-8. And everybody wants the head coach of the Steelers fired, but ain't nobody talking about firing Bill Belichick. What's up with this? Somebody make it make sense. At 15, you got Jacksonville. 14, you've got the Packers. 13, you've got the Lions. 12, you've got Washington. 11, the Miami Dolphins at 8-7. 10, you've got the Giants at 8-6-1. Number 9, you've got the Chargers, who clinched a playoff spot at 9-6. At 8, you've got the Ravens at 10-5. At 7, you got the 49ers at 11-4. They've clinched the playoff spot and the NFC West. At number 6, you got the Cowboys, who clinched a playoff spot at 11-4. At number 5, you got the Bengals at 11-4. At number 4, you got the Vikings at 12-3. They've clinched a playoff spot in the NFC North. At number 3, you've got Kansas City at 12-3. Number 2, you got the Bills at 12-3. And number 1, still, even after losing to the Cowboys, you got the Philadelphia Eagles at 13-2. All right, let me give you all 32 team power ranking for the lunch break without any commentary. Number 1, the Eagles. Number 2, the Bills. Number 3, the Chiefs. Number 4, the Vikings. 5, Bengals. 6, Cowboys. 7, 49ers. 8, Ravens. 9, you've got the Chargers. 10, you've got the Giants. 11, Dolphins. 12, Commanders. 13, Lions. 14, Packers. 15, Jaguars. 16, Patriots. 17, Jets. 18, Steelers. 19, Seahawks. 20, Buccaneers. 21, Titans. 22, Panthers. 23, Browns. 24, Raiders. 25, Saints. 26, Falcons. 27, Rams. 28, Colts. 29, Cards. 30, Broncos. 31, Bears. And 32, the Houston Texans. So that's what we got for the lunch break power rankings. And I tell you what, man, I'll put mine up against anybody. I've got rhyme. I've got reason to them. And, oh, yeah, I don't need to buy a check mark to do that. All right, let me take one more break. I'll come back and I'll wrap it up after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, live from Corpus Christi. We'll be right back right after this on the show.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets. What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV, and we are broadcasting live from Corpus Christi. I'm poolside, I'm beachside, I'm outside. There we go. Big shout out to the Forecast. Those brothers, man, I absolutely love that show. Hey, let me know when I can come back on, man. You know, I always love being a part of, look, the fifth wheel of the Forecast. So, love you cats as always, man. So anyway, I got to give some love to a cat just absolutely balled out. Luka got it in last night. 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists as the Mavericks came from behind and won that thing in overtime, 126-121 over the Knicks. Man, Luka, first 60-point, 20-rebound triple-double in NBA history, and just the second 60-point triple-double of any kind, joining James Harden, who had 60 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists back in 2018. But here are all the firsts that happened with that big night from Luka. First 60-point, 20-rebound, 10-assist game ever. Second 60-point triple-double all-time, James Harden a second. First 60-point, 20-rebound game since Shaq did it in 2000, and the NBA's first 60-point game this season. It's the Mavericks' single-game scoring record, Doncic's career high in points and rebounds, and Doncic has 56.3 game scores. That's sixth best in in 1983 and 1984. Luka just went off. And his team got a win. So, man, I got to tell you, that's a great night. I ain't rocking with Luka like that. He can't come to my house, knock on the door, and I bring him down to Corpus with me. But I got to give credit where credit is due. Big night, and he got the win. So, I got to give that love there. Unfortunately, the Rockets could not pull off a win last night. They ended up losing to the Boston Celtics 126-102. The Lakers beat the Orlando Magic 129-110. Washington surprised Philadelphia, ending their win streak 116-111. The Pacers all over the Hawks 129-114. OKC over the Spurs 130-114. Golden State still finding ways to win without Steph Curry 110-105. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard getting the best of his former team again, 124-113. Phoenix got the Grizzlies 125-108, and Denver beat the Kings 113-106. I believe Brown, the head coach for Sacramento, is out due to health and safety protocols. Cole Sports in the building. Cole, just kicking it poolside, beachside, down here in Corpus Christi. That's how sports shows should go. So anyway, let me just go ahead and get that in. And then I got one more break, and then I'm going to wrap it up. When I come back, we'll talk about the NFL, and we'll talk about the college football playoffs, which will be coming up this weekend. We'll get all that in when I come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. We'll be right back right after this.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. Four men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Of course, Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Deebo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, it's getting windy, man, so I'm gonna have to get ready to wrap this up. We'll just do a half hour today. Getting a little windy out here, but I still love it. I'm going to get my flip-flops on and go walk on that beach in a few minutes. But anyway, hey, thanks, Cole. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. All right, let's talk about these games this weekend. Starting with tomorrow night's game. You got the Cowboys visiting Tennessee. Cowboys still trying to get that number one spot in the NFC. Tennessee just trying to get in the playoffs. I got the Cowboys on the road. Tennessee, I don't know if they're going to be ready. I don't know if Ryan Tannehill is going to be in or if Malik Willis is going to be in. I'm going to just go ahead and go with the Cowboys in that one. Then Sunday, the Texans hosting Jacksonville. Texans looking for their first home win, and they are trying to get a winning record in the division. I got the Texans over Jacksonville in an upset. All right, Colts at the Giants. I got Giants. Saints at the Eagles. I think the Eagles get right and get a win. Steelers at the Ravens. Man, Baltimore needs that game desperately, but the Steelers are trying to play for a winning record. On the road in Baltimore, I'm calling the upset. I got Steelers. I don't mind being wrong. Cardinals at the Falcons. I've got Falcons. Bears at the Lions, I've got Lions. Broncos at the Chiefs, I got Kansas City by double digits. Dolphins at the Patriots, I'm calling the upset on the road. Miami goes into Foxborough and comes out with the dub. Panthers at the Buccaneers in a battle of first place for the NFC South. Man, it's going to be a close one, but I got Tampa Bay pulling it out by a point or more. All right, then you got the Browns at the Commanders. Commanders are a slight favorite, but man, I got Cleveland with the upset. Raiders are hosting the 49ers. 49ers all day, baby. Jets and the Seahawks. I tell you what, they cannot start Zach Wilson. They cannot start Zach Wilson. Mike White is back, but I've got Geno Smith and the Seahawks getting the win. Vikings at the Packers. Vikings on the road. Rams at the Chargers. Chargers with the win. And then Monday night, Bills and Bengals. I got the Bengals upsetting the Bills in a close one. Call it 27-24. Bengals with the win. All right, let me go back and read them all without commentary, and then I want to jump college real quick. Cowboys over the Titans. Texans over the Jags. Giants over the Colts. Eagles over the Saints. Steelers over the Ravens. Falcons over the Cards. Lions over the Bears. Chiefs over the Broncos. Dolphins over the Patriots. Buccaneers over the Panthers. Browns over the Commanders. 49ers over the Raiders. Seahawks over the Jets. Vikings over the Packers. Chargers over the Rams. And Bengals over the Bills. That's what I got. Don't at me. That's what I have. You go with who and what you have. All right, let's look at some of the bowl games that I'm interested in. I'm going to be real curious to see how Notre Dame and South Carolina comes out. I'm real curious to see how Clemson and Tennessee comes out. I got Clemson in that one. I've got Notre Dame over South Carolina. And then we've got college football playoff coming up this Saturday. Ohio State at Georgia. Georgia is a 7-point favorite in that one. I got Ohio State with the upset. Don't at me. Don't ask me why. I just feel like it's one of those games where all people are talking about is Georgia, and Ohio State's going to find a way. And then you've got the game that everybody's going to be thinking is all Michigan and TCU. Michigan is almost an 8-point favorite. I got Michigan winning that one closer than 8 points, but don't be surprised if TCU pulls it out, and I'm being totally serious. So in the college football championship game, I've got Michigan and Ohio State in a rematch, and I got the Buckeyes winning the college football playoffs this year. So, all right, we're wrapping it up. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except meet me out here on this beach one day soon. All right? Y'all take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Folks, with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, December 28th, 2022. It's day 3 of Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa, everyone. This week, in the What You Need to Know newsletter, we're taking a look back at some of the important stories and some of our favorites in politics, social justice, LGBTQ justice, as well as mental health and wellness in 2022. Number 1, Phoenix Mercury star Brittany Griner experienced the power of advocacy firsthand while detained in Russia. Now that she's back in the United States, Griner is urging fans to continue to push for the release of Paul Whelan and other Americans who were wrongfully detained. Days after Brittany Griner came home, President Biden reportedly met with Paul Whelan's family to discuss next steps to get the former Marine back to the U.S. Number 2, according to a new national poll, 1/3 of Americans believe in the Great Replacement theory. Their latest poll also found 2/3 of Republicans believe some form of the tenets of the theory, which claims that the United States is at risk of losing its national and cultural identity as a result of the growing influx of immigrants entering the country. A remarkable 37% of voters think some elected officials want more immigration to bring in obedient voters who will vote for them, while 33% disagree. Number 3, a Connecticut program that offered hero pay to essential workers at the peak of the coronavirus pandemic got so many applicants that state lawmakers had to go back to provide extra funding and put in new limits. The Connecticut General Assembly voted to revamp the distribution formula for the premium pay program for private sector workers. Initially, the state had expected to award about $30 million in bonuses to people who had to go to work in person in jobs in healthcare, food distribution, public safety, and other essential services. Number 4, the Human Rights Campaign Foundation, the educational arm of the nation's largest lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer civil rights organization, has named 2021 the deadliest year for trans people. At least 45 people have been murdered, least because often stories go underreported or unreported. In the first 6 months of 2022, we've already seen 32 fatalities. The week before Transgender Day of Remembrance on November 20th, people and organizations around the country are asked to participate in Transgender Awareness Week to help raise the visibility of transgender people and address issues members of the community face. Number 5, Yotis Harris III has been missing from Fort Worth, Texas since June 16, 2021. He was last seen leaving his apartment at 3 o'clock in the morning. His 2 dogs were found dead near where Yotis was last seen, but he is still missing. His luggage was found in Paducah, Texas on the side of the road, and his truck was found in Aspermount, Texas. Yotis has a tattoo on his back that says mature and petite, and another tattoo on his back of a panther. Anyone with information on Yotis's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Good sleep makes us all happier and easier to be around. Inhale goodness and exhale the bad. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with music business executive Stephen Hill and his songbird and newlywed Shantae Moore-Hill as we discuss all that surrounds the newlywed family. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.